Oh, it's such a beautiful, listen to the birds today. Anyway, so today's project is an aquiline nose, and an aquiline nose is a curved nose. Here it is. Oops. Too many noses here. There it is. Can you see that? Isn't that cool? This is going to add so much character to your faces if you're able to understand and learn, execute this. It's a very, very simple, very straightforward video. And that said, get into it, enjoy. If you'd like to learn to carve other types of realistic features of the face, I've got another video, I've got actually a series of videos in the link below on how to carve the face in very beginner's forms. And then I've got an online school for those who are really trying to advance their skills in carving male, female, young and old portraiture. Lots of great resources on there to really advance your skills. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into this project, carving the aquiline nose. All right, now to start carving this aquiline nose, I'm going to use my knife to create a cut. We'll just carve it right here. I'm going to make a marking about 1/2 inch wide, 2 markings, one up high, one down low, about 1/2 inch apart. And I can transcribe that onto the other side. I'm going to make some V-cuts. I'm going to start with a V-cut along the top line, nice and deep. I'm going so far as, let's see, maybe a quarter, yeah, full 1/4 inch at the bottom, or at the base of that cut. And I'm going to do the same thing down low, but this one's going to be more of a stop cut and a relief cut. So stop and relief. All right, just like that. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the flat part off of this nose, so it does that. See how it does that? We took that tip off, and we've got an angle. All right, now the goal of the aquiline, how do we? I had to look up how to pronounce this. Aquiline nose, because I've always said aquiline. That's not right. Aquiline. It should have a curve to it, so we can deepen this top cut here, this V cut, a bit more, and then come on either side of the nose. You can establish a center line here, that would be good. Just like so. So we're coming alongside, narrowing the nose bridge. We'll take a scoop cut out of either side of the nose, like so. Scoop cut, so we're turning the blade as we move in to the material. Let me turn this brightness down a little bit. There we go. So once again, I'll show you that scoop cut. Scoop cut coming in like so. And then a stop cut up top. Same thing here. Boom, boom. All right. I'm going to angle this nose up like so. Take the corners off of the bottom of the nose, giving this lower edge of the nose a kind of soft V profile, so not quite to a point, kind of rounded at the bottom for the tip of the nose. And then what we're getting here is this kind of curved tip. Let's take the sharp corners, because noses don't have sharp corners typically. They're blunted even if they are pointy. So we'll take we'll take the sharpness rather out of that. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is make a stop cut on either side of the nose, about 1/4 inch apart from one another, or less. So I'm making a stop cut, I'm going straight in, and then making what's called a triangle cut, which we've talked about in other videos. Just like so. Boom, boom, boom. Then that sucker should pop right out. Same thing here. Boom, boom, boom. And that should, yeah, there you go. That's that. All right. So come over on this side, scoop it out. And then at this point, we'll take a turn, a little curve in the nose. A little curve, like so. And then we'll follow it at the equal but opposite angle along the same line. So we go like so, following that line. And we can make a little scoop cut in between the nose, or the nostril that we just made from that U-cut, from that curve cut, and the tip of the nose right there. Do that again on this side. Show you what that looks like. little angle. So I'm angling upward here when I'm making this cut. The knife is pointing upward and I'm making a little curve down into this triangle cut. And then I'll come meeting at the equal but opposite angle up top. And then that chip should fall out. A couple of people have mentioned using the tip of the blade to flick, and how that's sort of, it should just fall out, but sometimes the wood chip gets caught into the wedge, and so if you're using it to really try and force chips out, it means the cut's probably not free. But sometimes cuts are free, they're just kind of wedged into a corner or held on by a couple of little hairs, and you can use the tip to just kind of flick it out. But you shouldn't make a habit of this, because flickers often end up damaging their tools a little bit more quickly than people that don't. All right, so you can see, look at that character of that nose. Isn't that fun? And just, what has it been, a couple of minutes, 5 minutes or so, we've got this really nice, interesting profile to the nose. I'm gonna do a little scoop cut in the corners. Listen to that beautiful songbird. Wow. It's wow. It's funny, you go for walks and you don't really always appreciate the sounds of the birds until you get your microphone turned up and the headphones on, and then, yeah, it's awesome. Listen to that. Wow. Beautiful song. All right. You know, you can sight down the middle of the nose to see if your nostril flares are even. Looks like one's a little higher than the other, so sometimes I'll come back in and raise one or lower one, just like so. Then we'll just come in for the nostril, a little underneath cut. Call this an undercut. I almost don't want to interrupt this bird singing. It's so pretty. Okay, undercut like so. And there you go. There you go. That is clean this up a little bit. All right, there's that, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you in the next one. Take your vitamins, and I've got a book out, and it's called Carving Faces in Wood, and it's a guide to helping you guys learn to carve realistic faces, and that's in the link below if that's something you're interested in. It's my first ever book, and the support that you guys have given me already, I really so appreciate, and it's really encouraged me. And I do appreciate everyone who's gone out and picked it up. And so it's just really encouraging to me on this carving journey, and I think it'll be a real help to you guys who are trying to learn to carve realistic faces. That, and check out the online school. If you learn by video like I do, that's really the way that I learned to carve, from buying people's DVDs back before we had subscription online schools. Anyway, you can check that out in the link below. And without further ado, I'm going to let you guys get after carving this if you haven't already been carving it. Take your time, enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.